Has anyone seen a drill sergeant break character because a recruit did something genuinely impressive? I watched it happen at Fort Benning, and it completely changed how I viewed military training. Week 6 of basic training. We're doing combat medical training in the field when everything went sideways. Private Jake Miller was just another average recruit. Quiet kid from Ohio, struggled with push-ups, average shooter, nothing special about him. Our drill sergeant was Staff Sergeant Davis. 20 years in the Army, deployed 4 times, never cracked a smile. This guy could make grown men cry just by looking at them. We called him the Iceman behind his back. During the exercise, we're practicing casualty evacuation when recruit Ashley from our sister platoon suddenly collapses. Not fake training collapse, real deal. She hit the ground hard, started convulsing, foam coming from her mouth. Medics were 200 yards away dealing with another training scenario. Davis immediately called for help on his radio, but response time was going to be at least 5 minutes. Ashley was turning blue. That's when Jake stepped forward. Without asking permission, he dropped to his knees beside her, started checking her pulse, tilted her head back, cleared her airway. His hands were moving with professional precision. Davis was about to scream at him for breaking protocol when Jake looked up. "Sergeant, she's having a grand mal seizure, probably from heat stroke. We need to cool her down immediately and get fluids ready." The entire platoon was staring. This was the same kid who couldn't remember left from right during drill movements. Jake rolled Ashley onto her side, positioning her perfectly to prevent choking. Started loosening her gear to help with circulation. He grabbed someone's water bottle, poured it on his undershirt, and placed it on the back of her neck. Then he started talking to her in this calm, reassuring voice, even though she was unconscious. Davis just stood there watching. The Iceman looked completely confused. Jake kept giving medical updates like he was a paramedic. Pulse is stabilizing, breathing's getting better, colors returning to normal. When the medics finally arrived, they found Ashley stable and responsive. Jake gave them a perfect handover brief. Patient presented with heat-induced seizure, lasted approximately 3 minutes. Vitals are steady, she's been conscious for the past 90 seconds. The head medic looked impressed. "You medical personnel?" Jake shook his head. "EMT back home. Volunteer fire department for 6 years. Just finished paramedic school before I enlisted." That's when Davis broke. His face went from stone cold to amazed in about 2 seconds. He put his hand on Jake's shoulder, something we'd never seen him do to any recruit. "Outstanding work, soldier. You just saved that girl's life." The whole atmosphere changed after that. Davis started treating Jake differently. Not easier, but with respect. Jake became our unofficial medical guy for the rest of training. More importantly, Davis changed how he trained all of us. Started asking about our civilian backgrounds, found out Martinez was a mechanic, Thompson knew computers, Williams had construction experience. Instead of treating us like blank slates, he began using our existing skills. Training became more effective because he was building on what we already knew instead of tearing us down completely. Ashley made a full recovery. Heat exhaustion combined with dehydration could have been fatal without quick intervention. She sought Jake out after we graduated to thank him personally. Jake went on to become a combat medic. Davis recommended him for advanced medical training. Last I heard, he was running the medic program at Fort Sam Houston, teaching other soldiers how to save lives. At our graduation ceremony, Davis pulled Jake aside. In front of the whole company, he said something I'll never forget. "This soldier represents what the Army should be. Someone who brings their best civilian skills and makes them even better in uniform." Then he did something that shocked everyone. The Iceman actually smiled, handed Jake a challenge coin right there in formation. The same coin he'd earned during his deployment to Afghanistan.